Live updates of the conditions around Northeast Ohio and what could be a messy, tricky morning commute. Let's kick things off with Trent, who's tracking what's happening out there now. We know this is cleanup time.
It is. Snow's gone, but now we're talking about snow on the roads that we're waiting for these plows to clean off. ODOT's doing a great job. City plows are doing a great job. We've had several hours now of snow-free time to take care of a lot of the roads. Now, it's still going to take some time. It's not just going to completely be cleared off. And especially the farther west you are, that's where we still have this winter storm warning. Now, it expires at 1 o'clock, but you'll notice all the other counties across the area that's been canceled. The snow's been gone, and a lot of this is really improving quickly. Now, as we go through the rest of the day today, numbers struggle a lot. I mean, we're dropping into the teens, and we may get back to 20, but wind chills are going to stay in the teens, if not single digits, through the day today. We stay cloudy. We may have a couple flurries floating around, but I think most of us are actually going to be doing okay the rest of the day today. We're watching that mess from Detroit down to about Cincinnati. But I really think a lot of us are pretty much done for snow until later on this week. Meg's got a close eye on the streets around northern Ohio. What do you have for us?
Well, Trent, we have pretty good news here this morning. Our roads are looking, I think, a lot better than maybe a lot of us expected, getting as much snow and freezing rain that we got overnight. Let's get right to one of our storm trackers. It's heading on 271 south towards Mayfield Village, Mayfield Heights. The roads there, it looks like, from what I can see from this view, about 2 lanes are cleared on this highway. ODOT has done just a fantastic job of getting these highways cleared. Let's get to our traffic maps, though, because that's what I want to show you. There are more accidents popping up in my system in probably about the last 15 to 20 minutes. This is a general look at the Cleveland area, but I want to focus here on this 71-480 corridor. A lot of accidents are now starting to pop up in that area. I'll show you an ODOT camera here in just a second. Down in the Akron area, though, a lot more yellow showing up there on the 77 north and south. So we'll keep an eye on that and see if any accidents pop up there. But let's show you that ODOT camera. This is 71 at Snow Road. You can see a lot more traffic building in, but if you really look closely, those roads on that highway 71, it shows about 2 lanes clear, but you can definitely see some sheen and some snow there. So we'll keep an eye on any accidents. As a reminder, 3 counties here in Northeast Ohio are under level 3 snow advisories. That means non-emergency personnel should not be on the road. Coming up in a couple minutes, we'll have another ODOT update for you, guys.
All right, thank you, Meg. And we know with unpredictable road conditions and potential power outages, a lot of Northeast Ohio schools are closed today. So kids are waking up doing the It's a Snow Day dance.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, more than 400 schools, we told you, are closed. So a lot of kids, yes, are going to want to be using their snow day as a sledding day. But of course, there are some important precautions to take. So let's check back in with Clay Lepard live in Rocky River this morning. Clay, how are the conditions there and how is that sledding hill looking?
Perfect right now, Danita and Katie. I have my handy dandy Give Me 5 yardstick. Just checked it this morning. Let's take a look there. We're looking at about 5.5, 6 inches. Perfect out there for kids who want to come out and hit the sledding hill. Again, we got a lot. We checked on the News 5 app earlier, and it looks like there's about 450 closings and delays. Remember, you can check that to see if your school is on that list. And keep in mind, a lot of students are still learning remotely. So as a result, a lot of kids are home from school. They'll probably be heading out to sledding hills like this one here in Linden Park. Now, we had a chance to talk to an emergency room physician about the dangers and safety precautions you need to take. So kids, if you're watching this morning, consider this your safety lesson. We're going to go through a couple important tips you need to know. First and foremost, wear a helmet. The Center for Injury and Policy Research out of Nationwide Children's Hospital says nearly 82% of children treated for a sledding injury had some sort of trauma to their head. Next, pick your sled. Some can be steered and even break, so be aware of your options. Check the environment that you're around. Give yourself plenty of space from others on the hill. And while we're at it, be free of obstacles. Here's a little more from Dr. Robert Hughes at University Hospitals.
that you need to sled in a safe area. Avoid area with trees, avoid areas where you're going to have hard objects or potential buildings that you could sort of intersect with, and just be smart about it.
And just to look a little bit at what we're talking about here, make sure you have enough room at the bottom of the hill to stop. Here at Linden Park, there are trees. They are pretty far back, and it would take quite a fast sled to hit these. So thankfully, a nice safe spot for kids this morning. You can see plows still out on the road, giving you a clear path to make it to Linden Park this morning. Katie and Danita, back to you.
Clay, thank you so much. And speaking of a clear path, we have ODOT crews working around the clock right now to thank for clearing our interstates this morning. We appreciate that. Let's bring back in Amanda McFarland. She is the Public Information Officer for the Northeast Ohio region for ODOT. Amanda, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. We spoke to you just about 30 minutes ago. Has anything really changed condition-wise for the drivers out there that you want to let us know about?
Good morning. Thanks again for having me. There's really not any significant changes that I've seen over the last half hour. I have noticed some of our ramps are seeing some significant blowing and drifting where it might appear that a plow hasn't been there recently, but know that those plow operators are doing the best they can to keep those ramps clear. So if you're going to be entering and exiting the highway today, please use extreme caution.
Okay, good to note there. And also, we know those drivers are out there on 12-hour shifts. How are they doing, and how does the switchover work to make sure it's seamless?
Yeah, so when it hits around the 10 a.m. to noon hour, most of the counties in Northeast Ohio will undertake a shift change, and the protocols for that have changed a little bit with COVID. So the drivers are now responsible